Solo Views on Air, bringing you a special couple. These two individuals I've gotten to know in the past 2-3 months. 2 months.
2 months.
Tattoo artists here in the DMV, Vivi and Karl. How y'all doing,
tattoos.
man? Karl Tattoos, to be exact.
Yeah, Vivi La Malita Tattoos.
With Pure Ink. Pure Ink is an establishment that you guys are beginning here in the DMV.
Yeah.
To get your careers going here, and you guys are growing little by little. Your clientele is big, and you have so much to share here.
Yeah.
So it's a pleasure to have you guys here. Welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
I'm excited to tell our story because it's rare. Like, it's not rare, but it's special. Like, having a couple working together 24/7. But yeah, like, he's my favorite and worst coworker. My best friend at the same time.
That is a great way to put it. I love that. Nah, hey, I love that, man. And it is rare, honestly. As soon as you said that, I felt like I was like, it is rare. Like, I thought to myself, because you don't really get to see a lot of couples, connect via, tattooing. And then, molding each other into becoming a duo, and creating a company. And, he started, his own craft at a young age. And, you guys have a story. It's a good story.
Yeah.
It's a rare story, like you said. And, I'm very happy to have you guys here, to be able to share it.
Thank you.
Also to be able to expand your business, to be able to, to help you guys grow, and, let's talk about the connection. I mean, the connection between you two, it's a special connection. I mean,
yeah.
And it's love. It's real love. And, you come from the Philippines, you were born in the Philippines.
Yeah.
You're
From here.
Colombiana y Ecuadoriana, no?
Yeah.
So from Colombiana y Ecuadoriana, that's a great mixture over there. South American, like the culture's there, so it's for you guys to connect, it's special, tell me about the Philippines. How was it over there before coming here?
Good. I came here when I was 9, and it really humbles you to see that, the Philippines, and coming over here is new, learning English. I mean, I'm pretty sure y'all hear that.
English.
You guys hear that.
I don't hear anything, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
But learning English, it was good. It's all good now, but it's a transition.
You've been able to do well with it. I mean, you come from a humble, humble beginnings. The Philippines, it's a third world country. Like El Salvador. You know what it's like. You've seen it. You lived it, and when you came here, you took advantage. You're not just like chilling at home, or not trying to do anything for yourself. And it's very cool and very inspiring to see that. Because there's opportunities out there, and we take advantage of opportunities. When we see them, and there's not many people out there that do it. And you yourself, you grew up in a Hispanic household.
Yeah.
I mean.
No, my mom was that mother that, gotta get good grades, good behavior, good everything. And my mom is also a businesswoman herself. So it was kind of like, even thinking of it, like, I didn't have a business before, but getting into this, like, my mom taught me, like, if you're gonna do something, do it right. Like, do it, like, the best you can, like, get the best poster in the class type thing, like, because that's what people are going to matter. They're not going to care about the ugly ones, the half-assed one, like, that only doesn't get attention, the good attention you need or whatever. So you really want to put yourself out there. Like, don't be scared because other people are like, you're doing too much, because you want to fit in the basic crowd. Like, be extra.
And what did your mom think? I mean, I think
she's really proud because, being a girl and stuff, and like, a lot of moms still sometimes have the mentality, like, be with a guy that can support you. And as much as he did in the beginning, like, but it's just now, I think our relationship as a couple has gotten so much better. And even, like, I guess not, like, I know this is not a real word, but funner, because, like, we're both making money. So we're both like, let's
time too.
do this together.
We have time.
And all the money we're making is together. Like every aspect move in our life is to increase our life of happiness and being able to do more things. Like,
yeah,
it's for no one else.
And, you know, in art way too. And like opening up a shop and all that stuff, we want to do that.
Yeah, that's gonna come up, you know, soon, and you know, you guys have been able to mold each other, like I said, you know. Tell me about how you guys got to know each other, and of course, a tattoo had to be,
her sister.
a tattoo had to be involved, and I did meet your sister. You guys were, you know, I was able to come by and you know, see you guys tattoo, see you guys perform, and you know, do your work, you know, sweat, you know, some of them drops down your forehead. I saw this guy sweating bullets there.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's tough work. Yeah. You know, tattooing is not easy.
Yeah, it is.
So, you know, tell me about the story behind it. Your sister was getting a tattoo. No. She wanted her first tattoo, and it was this guy.
Yeah. That was when I was just starting, though.
6 years ago, right?
Don't judge me on that.
Yeah,
it was about 6 years ago.
Just had her 6th anniversary. But yeah, no, my sister, she just randomly told me one day, like, oh, like I'm gonna get tatted, and it was for a Kehlani concert, and she just wanted to be that fangirl that had a tattoo, whatever. So then I'm like, I don't know at the time, because my mom was very strict in a way, so like, you know, I thought you had to be 21 to get a tattoo, and we were just 20 or something at that time, and I'm just like, who's gonna take you? You're not 21, and like, who's gonna do this? And then she tells me, oh, it's a guy in a basement who does tattoos. And I'm like, that's red flags all over. Like,
no, it's not.
Be responsible. And like, I mean, I can't be irresponsible and like, just be like, okay, see you, go. No. So I went with her, and I just went because she told me this last minute because she was trying to go by herself. But then she was like, no, like, if I'm going to get my tattoo, I got to bring my sister because we're twins. So... yeah, so we went, and then we Ubered there. I'm like, it's 5 minutes away. Like, where are you going?
Down the street.
That's the funny part. We lived, like, for the longest, away. 5 minutes away from each other. And
we grew up in the same neighborhood.
That's crazy. What are
we met when we were 20. Like, it's crazy.
Destiny.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, yeah, so he's coming out. I thought he was much older than me because he was smoking cigarettes.
I came out smoking a jack. You guys getting tatted?
I'm in the basement
just smoking. And,
that was honestly for me, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I was a girl with the list, like, no way. That was my talk, that do not smoke cigarettes. And then, like, I don't know, just how he came, it was just nonchalant. So we were just not.
And I was already short, so I was not in her.
So, like, you know, we were not, like, I was not there to look for the one. So we go down, we, you know, get the tattoo done. And I literally have a recording of my sister getting tatted. And I'm like, stupid. While he's tatting, I'm just like, stupid.
That's why I wanted to talk to her. Because I was like, wow, she doesn't give a fuck. Like, she'll tell you how it is. Like, oh, you're being dumb as fuck right now. Like, that's basically what she's doing. And I'm out here tattooing her sister while she's saying this in the back. I'm like, okay, I gotta talk to her. See what's up with her.
I want that.
Oh, God.
I want this girl right now.
I want her.
I know, and then like what I was just so cool with him is because he's so easy to talk to. He's funny, like in the natural, like you hear the things he says, and it's just like he's just naturally funny. So for me, like I said, I wasn't into him yet, but he was already like a cool person that I would want around. Like even if he was just ended up being a friend in some way or whatever. But then this one slid.
I was like, let me get both of y'all snaps.
Trying to be slick.
And then I was like, who's the one that didn't get tat? Literally, ask her. Yeah, that's what I asked her. I was like, who's the one that didn't get a tat? Let me talk to her.
He was hunting out there.
And then I was like, sure, next time I'll get one, da-da-da.
You were just trying to get an appointment with her. That's hilarious.
Yeah, and then he was like pressing, he was like asking me out, and then he saw, like, I was drawing stuff, and like, you know, I uploaded it to my Instagram, and then he was like, "Oh my God, you're an artist too."
That quick, the same day, I was, "Oh, you're an artist."
Yeah, he knew everything about me. I think after that day.
FBI.
And then yeah, and then he kept asking me for a date or whatever, and I didn't answer.
You making it sound like, damn, I was the only one. You said yes.
He's waiting for the truth. The truth.
Oh, cuidado.
Yeah. So then, yeah, and then I was like putting the rule, like, you know, let me not answer quick, you know. Plus, like,
you were playing games.
A little bit, but then he was just like, "Oh, you're not answering me. Do you want to go on a date or what?"
Okay. Yo, he was pressed. Yes, sir. Hey, motherfucker said, "I'm coming for that."
Yeah, pressure. Good job.
Apply pressure. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have game.
I was like, "Oh shoot!" Like, okay, let me answer, and I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" And then we've honestly, after the first date, it's been it. We've never really been apart. Separated. And then 3 months later, I moved in, and that's it.
Damn.
And since
6 years later, that's crazy. Creating a business, working together, looking to grow, and you know,
growing.
Tell me about the first time you grabbed that, you know, pen to start, you know, this journey. Because,
well, the journey was I was just getting tatted. I was like 16. I was
tatted up, boy.
No. I mean, I still got room, but I got my first tat right here. It's called Family First, one Chinese. But I saw everybody just doing the same thing, like, you know, the same setup. You know, I was always into art too. So I mean, I could trace, do whatever. And then I was like, I saw this person got the same setup as this guy, and I just ordered an Amazon kit for like $100 and just. Asked one of my brother, I did his tat, and I just tried it out. I did like a little like letter, and I was hooked.
Brother?
Yeah, my brother.
How old was your brother? Not the younger one, right?
He was like,
he's only
it was like 16 at that time when I did. He's only like a year younger.
Oh,
than me.
okay.
So you know, I did his tat. Yeah.
No,
it's another brother.
Oh, another brother.
That's my youngest brother.
Okay,
that's my apprentice.
Thinking,
No.
Baby and shit.
No, that's my apprentice. The one right next to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I did his tat, and then I wasn't serious, you know, for like a couple years. Until really I met her. That's when she was telling me, nah, you gotta, you know, she applied pressure back.
Yeah, I applied pressure back. I did.
And that's when you started grabbing the pen yourself, right?
No. She was just like, nah, you gotta get serious with this shit. Cause I wasn't, bro, like, imagine I started when I was like, maybe, bro, I didn't even have like a whole setup. It was just like a table, a fucking chair, like a fucking foldable chair, a dining chair. And I was just like drawing fucking people up. Not even bad in a bad way, but you know, I wasn't serious.
That's how you start, yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't serious. And then until she was like, no, get on this, clean up your station, order the actual table, stuff like that.
But I was like,
that's when I was
applying pressure because he was in the streets with the drug dealing. And no, it's fun to say. I think it's fun because, in this like generation, everybody did it at some point.
Flip something one way or another.
I mean, he wasn't Pablo Escobar, so I'm not really care. But I mean, I'm glad to say it anyways because he doesn't do it today. Like
yeah, but you felt like he wasn't, you know, in the right path.
Yeah,
and you wanted him to get himself together. So you thought, hey, like, you know, get your shit together. If not, then you know.
And I literally told him, I was just like, you know, you don't need this because, like, your other friends, like, you know, they might not have their high school diplomas, but, like, you have tattooing for yourself, like, and you're already doing it. So, like, why not keep going to get more money? And then he literally got up and got an axe, and there was, like, a bar table.
Because I didn't have an actual room. So I was using this bar table in the basement or whatever. It was just taking up the whole fucking space. And that night, I got a fucking hammer and smashed that whole thing and created my own, like,
to open
desk
up,
and everything. And actually, because my basement is pretty small. Like, it's nothing too big, you know. So, on that corner, I made mine.
So just like pull the switch on you were laying something going.
Let me set this shit up right.
Everybody came inside. His friends were outside. And they came in there like, what's going on? And then he was like, no, I'm taking this shit serious.
Yeah, I'm taking
like I'm just doing this.
You know, I took down a fucking wall and everything and just build that shit basically.
Yeah. You build your own craft.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and I ordered all the right like table, armrests, you know, and actually start doing it for real.
It was like little by little he was investing in the spot. Being young still, like we didn't have anything.
You know, I didn't really know about money too much back then. You know, and yeah.
But you had that push.
Yeah.
You know, you had the support. You know, from Vivi, and you know that speaks a lot. You know, from a woman, you know, from a partner itself, from a companion.
It was like I was his number one fan. I was like, you got this, like keep going, like just people need to take you more serious.
That's why y'all see that ring right there. You got the ring.
No, congrats on the engagement. You know, it's special what you guys got going on, and which is the reason why you guys are here. You know, Pure Ink. You know, it's special. You know, you were an artist yourself. You like to draw. You have a story behind that, but what leads you to, you know, of course I'm pretty sure he's the one that leads you to, hey, pick up the pen, but what was the process like? Were you scared?
For tatting?
Yeah, for tatting, yeah.
Honestly, it was pretty easy for me, which was a good and bad thing, because for me it was good because I was able to get started like literally ASAP. Yeah. Like he literally told me, he was just like, come on, because I've tried. I told her, tattoo me. I've attempted before.
Which one did you tattoo?
The first one she ever did was that one right there.
This was my first try, first try.
The first time she ever held a gun, she tattooed me. I was just like, let's just
see. Ugly ass motherfucker.
Yeah, so pretty good.
It was pretty good.
No, it's good. It's good lines too, yeah.
So then, literally, he just picks up the phone, because that was when the pandemic was just opening. Like, everybody was started going back slowly. And then we were like, you know, you got to get back to work too.
That was recent.
And then we got to get back to, and I was just going to go back to my retail job. And he was just like, no, like, I don't want you to go back to
I've been telling her since the first year I met her.
So he did that. And then because everybody was with their pandemic money and everything, everybody was like itching to get their tats. Everybody that was probably looking for those months we were in lockdown. So he was just like, you know, there's a lot of people asking for sleeves, but there's also like for smaller ones, and I'm like letting go so many people, like, and that's when he was just like, try right now. And then after that, he like picks up the phone and calls his client, a client that he be comfortable just in case I make a mistake. Mm-hmm. He was just like, yo, she just did this tat. Like, he gets on face and he's like, yo, she just did this tat. Is this good enough for you? He's like, yeah, bro, that's good. He's like, okay, she's gonna start tomorrow then. And I was like, just that. Yeah. This is my first time. The next day, the first 4 days. Yeah. I made like $1,000, and I was like,
good money in there, man.
Yeah, I was like, fuck that. I'm not staying at my $12-13 hour job. Like, I'm gonna go make some money. And then from there, it was just, honestly, it was a blessing. Like, that summer I started, like, we were working every single day from, like, 10 to 5.
That was the busiest time, because I think everybody got their stimmy or something, and everybody wanted to get a sleeve.
That was our stimmy, because we didn't get one.
Yeah, we didn't get a stimmy, but everybody wanted to spend money. So
no, and you guys had the tools. You guys had the knowledge.
Busy,
perfect time.
And then, like you said, imagine all that money that I did earn that summer. Like, all that money, I probably would have not gotten if he didn't push me.
Yeah,
and if he didn't push me.
No. I mean, it was her. I only taught her a couple of tricks, and she was like, "Oh, okay, I got it already." And I'm like, "Damn, she got it faster than I did."
Yeah,
it took like a couple years.
No, she's an artist herself. You're an artist yourself. You used to like to draw when you were, younger. It's you guys are artists. Any favorite artists out there? Tattoo artists. Do you guys watch that TV show? What's it called? Ink Master.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I love it. If you're a tattoo artist and you don't watch those tattoo shows, like.
No, yeah.
Because you can see tips there too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You that's what I'm saying. Like, you got it.
Is there a favorite though? Do you guys?
We watched
Black Ink
Master, but we really like Black Ink.
Yes.
And that's kind of like where we got the idea of like trying to build this community thing, because that's what Black Ink is about, building their Black community and Black businesses together. So that's kind of what we want to do. Obviously, multicultural or whatever.
Yeah, just everybody. Not just everybody.
And especially if we can just like in that show where they're all basically friends in the beginning, like why, and like they're all getting rich together, like why would I not want to do the same thing and have the same kind of life and get everybody out of there, have a fun job, I guess.
No, yeah, it's fun. You meet fun people. You have good experiences. You meet all types of people. I mean, I can only imagine how many clientele, how many
Remember
people.
that day you came? That guy is so cool.
Yeah, dude, his leg was like almost torn apart. Like he had like a big, accident. Like there's so many stories that you can probably hear from people. What are some of the clients that you guys have that you feel like that guy like a tattoo that you feel like damn, like they're really putting themselves through this. Honestly, like, have you guys ever done like a head tattoo?
Well, yes, I have.
Yeah?
In the back of the head right here, I did a bunch of face tattoos. Face?
Oh. I don't know if I'll be able to do that. Like, my brother's been talking about that. Hopefully he doesn't watch this. He's going to start itching.
Hey, go get a face tattoo.
Do not influence that.
Hit us up.
What's the craziest tattoo you feel like you've done?
I don't think I've had any like
anything yet?
Just like weird ones where I had one like this guy wanted custom like demon slayer of like an outline of like the demon slayer just holding like a dead girl or something on his rib. And
that's a little weird, yeah.
Hey, some people want what they want.
$100 is $100 for me. You can get whatever you want.
Was it complicated?
No. It was like really simple, but it's just like, it's just some of those days is just those irritating tasks that you have to do. It's like there's no thought into this.
Yeah.
But
everybody just nowadays is like, let me get something cool. Where they see it online, they see it on Instagram, let me get that. Everybody's, pretty much. Not everybody, but
do you ever
most
ask?
Of the time.
Let's say, do you ever ask, why are you getting this? Do you ever...
We ask,
is it something you ask somebody like, do they have like a significance, for it?
Sometimes they do, but sometimes they don't. And then we feel bad. It's like, it's okay, like you don't have to.
No, yeah, of course, yeah. No.
But yeah, no, like, most people, if it's the reason, it's like either for their like family member.
I've done a lot of like memorial pieces, crosses and angels. Stuff like that.
The tattoo you were doing the day that I came to visit with the guy, he had like a sleeve. He had like his family. It was him, his daughter, and his wife walking
into the forest.
And then the forest, all around it, looked super dope. And then the moon looked so crazy.
Yeah, it was a beautiful time.
Perfect touch with the lighting too. And then there was a moment where we were thinking about the birds. I don't know if you remember, but and then there was like a bunch of birds in the picture in the original.
Oh yeah, and he wanted to do his family, like I think it was like 5 of them: his mom, his sister, and his.
Yeah, well, I told him I was like, "Yo, you should get 4 birds, for your siblings, and your mom and your dad." Yeah. And then he kind of looked at me and he was like, "Yeah, like we should do that." It's just a significance. It's special.
Yeah, consulting, and that's permanent, bro. The birds are gonna be there. Yeah, they're gonna be there and forever.
You were like quick as hell with the birds. You were like, doo. Next thing I know, like, the birds are right there. Yeah. I even missed it.
Yeah, he's really fast.
I was just like, free hand.
No, walking into the Pure Ink studio was really, really cool. Honestly, first when I walked into your, the establishment itself, I felt like I was already in the studio. But then when I walk into the studio itself, it's like walking in here in South Space Studio, which leads me to, give them a shout out, South Space Studio. Thank you, Leo, for allowing us to be here. Bringing in Pure Ink, Vivi and Karl tattoos. It's a pleasure to have you guys here in the home of Cello Views with Sound Space. And a special shout out to you Tracking, who's video recording this podcast. And it's a pleasure to be able to work together and to be able to make things happen here. It's special. Pure Ink. Tell me about Pure Ink. Walking in there, honestly, it was very cool. It reminds me of here. It's a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a lot of light. It's fun.
It's got to be. You got to be different now.
Yeah. We gotta keep up with the trends and the, people only want to go to the nicest looking places now. And who wouldn't? I mean, and plus it makes it better for us. I mean, that's where we work every day. So why would I not want to have a good environment or whatever? But yeah, Pure Ink is, it was a different name before. We actually I just didn't like our name.
We went from a couple of names.
We went from
Vibe Check, Just Inked, and now it's Pure Ink.
It's just
because it's her. It's not me, guys.
It's me with the vision. So I'm just like, no, like we gotta. I don't want to be that person where it's like, oh, they should do this or they should do that. Like if I'm thinking that, like I'm gonna change it. But like Pure Ink is hopefully the permanent name. Yeah, I just think it's a nice ring to it. Yeah. And but yeah, we're basically Pure Ink, and we just do black and white tattoos,
black and gray, like realism. Mm-hmm. She does a lot of fine lining, so hit her up.
Yeah, line work. That's what I mean. That's kind of my style. I'm just concentrating on the lines, and that's what a lot of people come for me for. A lot of people go to him for sleeves.
Yeah, big sleeves. Yeah,
he can knock out sleeves like nothing.
Couple days. My favorite though, since you asked earlier, is the lion piece on my page. It's the 4 days. This dude, he just wanted his whole back with a big lion.
And what's your page? How can they find you on Instagram?
Find me on Instagram at Karl Tattoos. KarlTattoos. I think that's right. No, I didn't even graduate. I'm a dropout. I got my GED though.
Where can they find you on Instagram?
Oh, you can find me at Vivi Level. Oh wait, no, that's my old one. Vivi La Malita tattoos on Instagram.
La Malita. You told me the Malita came from your
my grandma.
Your grandma, right?
Yeah, like she's the reason I'm even an artist. So. Malita comes from, that's her nickname that we would call her. So she's my abuelita, and growing up we couldn't say it, so we just like mumbled it, Malita, and that just her name stuck. So that was her, and we didn't really have a lot of family growing up, and she was basically like the second mom, the typical abuelita that has, like you're always living in the house there. So she made our clothes. She would, spoil especially me and my sister being twins, the gemelitas and everything.
You were the favorites, yeah.
But, yeah, and then we clicked. I was her favorite because, I was the only one that, like, did art as much and interested as much as she was. Like, still, as my grandma, she would go to, like, the ceramic shops and paint there, everything. So it kind of, like, inspired me to keep going. And especially now as a tattoo artist, it's like I always say, like, it's Malita looking over me, like, only because, growing up as an artist in a Hispanic family, and I just think parents in general is like being an artist is not the usual path you want to go. Yeah. It's not the best one. So, like, being able to do tattoos and me always loving art since I was literally 5 or something. Like, I'm so happy that this ended up being my job, because I've always wanted something. And when I got my hand tattoos done, I was like, once I do them, that's a promise to myself that I'm not gonna work in the like office industry that's gonna tell me I can't have my tattoos or dress the way I want to. Like, I want to be me, because that's the rest of your life, I don't want to be that, oh, I'm in the office and I hate my job, and then until I go home I'm exhausted and sad anyways because I gotta do the same shit over and over. So, like, this whole thing and, like, having a business with my fiance, like, that's all a blessing. I just feel like all of that is just, if it weren't for Marmalita, I wouldn't be here today, So I'm just glad and grateful that I'm able to, like, represent her, and everything we have been doing, I've been representing her name definitely 100%. So it makes me proud of myself.
Yeah, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. She sure is a blessing, watching over you, and I'm sure that she is proud. Humble beginnings, inspiring beginnings, honestly.
Yeah.
Which makes you guys special. And once again, I continue to say, because anybody that comes here into the podcast, it's you gotta be special. You're helping the community. You guys have had your own events, where you've had artists come out and you've helped the communities, just get together, and that's what the DMV is about, and it should be about, expanding, getting to know each other, and networking. Yeah. Tell me about that last event you guys. Was that your first event?
That was our very first event.
Very first. And, we put together.
Yeah.
And what kind of event is this? Tell me a little bit about it.
Go ahead, baby. You want to go or you want me to?
Yeah.
Basically, we just wanted to do a tattoo party, but we wanted to be different. Everybody's got the same, like, go to the convention, the same setup, we wanted to be different, so we were just had like a thought, and we were just like, let's do like a performances / a tattoo party, and it just clicked, and then we found a venue. One of our friends had his event, and we vendored there, and we were like, wow, this is a good concept right here. Like, we could do, both at the same time. So we put something together, and to be honest, she's the mastermind behind all of the the decorations. I'm like, wow. Even me, I'm just like, wow. She be coming up with the wildest setup and everything, and it was really good. Our first event, I think it was. We did. How many people did we have?
We did like 120, 130 tickets sold on our first event. That's a lot.
No, congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah. And shout outs the artists that performed there.
Shout out to Frankie Steve. Shout out to Salty Mia. Shout out to Robin. Shout out to who else? 3D Chapo. Like, all of them did so great that day, and I'm so blessed that everybody did what they had to do, because coming to those events, I feel like looks easy, but just doing that was a lot of work, and like being in charge of like multiple people, and like, even coming up with this, like we took like behind the scene photos and telling everybody to meet up, because it's just like, if people don't take you seriously or don't even want to
don't believe in us,
don't believe in the whole thing, it's not like, it makes everything harder, or it doesn't make it as best as you want it to be. So everybody that came and like helped us with the event, like even the vendors, like everything, it was a blessing that it went so well for our very first event. And like I said, it's just us doing this. Like, we're not.
The art installation took like at least like.
We handmade volcanoes. We handmade tiki.
It looked nice.
The sign, everything.
Like the sign, we handmade it. Like almost everything was made by hand. And, shout out to my family that helped us, and his family.
It looked fun, man. It looked fun. Look at the videos.
People were like, it was so funny, because even the performers that were with us, they saw the venue when it was playing Jane. And then they didn't see until the night of, like, the whole thing. They were like,
yeah.
They were like, whoa, you guys transformed this place. And,
it was a lot of work, but it was worth it.
It was worth
to
it
see everything
hear the
put together.
It and hear that we did a good job. And now, like with other events that we've seen, like I just feel like we just keep pushing it. It's what people are looking. The next new thing that I feel like people need to get into, like hosting those kind of events, and us tattooing. Like, hopefully the goal is like we can tattoo for Coachella festivals, or like even a bigger crowd but up there, and to spread our name. I mean, that's always the goal for everybody.
And for everybody, we can put up, platform for people to perform. Like, the artist is local artists, spread their music, and meet cool people. Like, we just met you guys today, and it was pretty cool. We connected pretty quick, and you do that there too. And you're like, okay, they know this venue. Okay, it's better this way. And then you kind of maneuver that way. And I'm just glad everybody that believed in us and went into that event was on point.
Yeah.
It takes a village, of people to to make things happen, and for you guys to put that amount of work and to be determined to, get that out of the way, not out of the way, but to get that out of the way in a way of
to learn from that.
No, it's like a big challenge.
Yeah,
You're saying she's decorating, your family's putting their hands in it. I mean, you got performers, music performers, those who perform, that you shout it out. Make sure you come to Soundspace Studio and come and come put yourself in the booth. But you know, it's cool, man. Very, very cool. I'm sad that I missed that event, and I can only be excited for the next one. So I'm pretty sure you guys got crazy plans, crazy goals lined up, and you know, you guys can only grow together. You know, and it's cool to have you guys here, to see you guys, to have met you guys, and one of these days, maybe in the future, I'll get myself inked up.
Yes.
You know, because
waiting for that day.
No, yeah. It could have been any soon, or it could have been a couple of weeks ago, but nah, I gotta take my time. But no, it's I'm excited for that. You know, I see the line work, I see the vision, and it's different. You guys are different, and
break out the mold. You know.
No, what are some of the upcoming things that you guys have lined up that you guys could share for the public?
Well, we do have this, and then so stay tuned. And then we also, we're hopefully our next event will be like mid-August, and I guess the only thing I can say is it's going to be called Route 301. Mm-hmm. So. And like I said, I mean, all of our events from now on, we want to try to see what kind of other vendors and other businesses we can get into. Always, if it can make a bigger and better event where we're all helping each other, that's the goal. Like I said, even our last event, like we weren't even worried about profit.
Yeah, we just wanted to break even or close to breaking even, just to promote our name and help everybody out, promote their name as well on that stage.
Like, it's really straight out of love. Like, we did that straight out of love.
Yeah, and at the same time, you gotta make yourself some bread. You know, you're here to work. You're here to make something. Mm-hmm. You know, and of course, do something with what you make. You know, so it's, everything it requires money. You know, you can't just act like. I'm pretty sure you guys spent a lot of money in order for you guys to get that event together.
We work hard for our money.
Yeah, nah. So don't even try to be like. I ain't spent shit on it. Nah, we did. We put in work. We went out there and worked and got some bread.
Sweat. We did that.
So
it's number one thing that we learned a lot from that first event, and that's worth the fucking sweat. To learn what we know now, to do better in the next one, it's worth every fucking sweat.
Yeah, because you can't know how to do anything unless you do it. Mm-hmm. And that's why I guess everyone always says, like, just do it. Just do it.
Nike. Shout out Nike. Just do it. Send us some stuff.
Any special message out there that you guys want to give out to, those who are listening, who are, tattoo artists themselves?
I mean, like I said, shout out to all the performers that helped us with our event. Shout out to all our customers who came out to our event. Without you guys, literally, we wouldn't be able to do the things we want to do. Yeah. And like I said, we just want to keep creating for everyone in the community to show that, we're something different. And it's like creating that circle of space, Mm-hmm. Like if we fuck with y'all, we get along and everything, like why wouldn't I want you guys in my space? Mm-hmm. And if we can all do like things together that puts us all out there at the same time, like that's what I want.
How about you?
I mean, shout out the clients, shout out the people that help us for help us out in this journey, and hopefully we all make it to that next level within ourselves. Where sometimes we're good at something, but we don't start out good until we keep going into that next level and always chasing that next level. Mm-hmm. It just, what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know how to put it to words, but we're all hungry and we all trying to eat, mm-hmm. and hopefully we all make it our names, So.
Shout out to Karl, shout out to Vivi. I appreciate you guys being here on Solo Views. Quick shout out to Aero Park Towing and Auto Repair. If you guys are ever in need of an oil change, ever in need of a tow, ever in a collision, God hope not, make sure you hit them up at 301-948-7997. And I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. Honestly, it's been a pleasure. Make sure you guys tune in. If you guys are looking to get tattooed, hit them up. Their line work is crazy. Their sleeves are insane. I even contemplated on in my head.
He saw the sleeve.
In my head. I asked you about the head because for real, I asked you about the head part because You know, my bald ass. So, you know, I gotta.
You gotta add something.
Gotta add something to that. No, but thank you so much, man. I appreciate you guys being here. It's been a blessing. You're my baby. Nah, it's been a blessing. And with that being said, to the views off the air.